Okay, good day everyone. My name is Victor, not Victor from Choice Consults. And I believe the previous video I did, the introduction video, we all saw how it goes and that was the introduction. Now we are moving down to real details of some components. So today I'll be discussing more of the layers. I'll be talking more of pen, and if you have more time I'll also talk about model view. So these are the basic aspects I'll be focusing for today's tutorial. On the subsequent videos we'll also do some other we'll be taking it step by step till we are done with the tutorials. So for today I'll be talking about layers, pen and model view. So starting with layers, let me see if I can show you how far a layer can work for you. Now this is the job I'm using for this tutorial. Is a live design, like a amateur project. I'm working for someone, but I had to go beyond just the architectural drawing because of this tutorial. So now on this drawing here, you're seeing the architectural plan is here, structural design is here, the electrical design is here, the mechanical design is also here. That's just the beauty of layer. And with the layer, everything has its own place, though they are mixed up here, but they are all separated on a different layer. Now these are my layers. This is, you will see the architectural plan, the structure, electrical light and fans, electrical wiring, structural and mechanical. So let me open these drawings one after the other so that you will see how they are all separated and cleaned up just with layers. Okay, let me come down to this place. Let me start with the architectural floor plan. Like the last tutorial I did, you realize that all the designs were all placed on the layout book. Now though on the on the view map rather, now I'm starting with the architectural floor plan. Now with the help of, I will still come back to this place when we get to this stage. Now you see that the architectural floor plan is so cleaned out that if I want to extract anything architectural floors, the architectural plans from here, I will extract them out without touching anything. Same with the upper floor and also the roof plan. Now if you come down to the structural floor plan, you will see that the structural floor is already cleaned out the way it ought to be. You see everything is just as per structural floor. Same with the upper floor, the structural slab, and all the necessary things that we need to have on the structural floors are all here. If I zoom closer, you will see all the slabs, and you will see their quotes. Same with the electrical floor plans. And the electrical floor plans are here, including the wirings, the electrical wirings. If I should open the layer to search for the electrical wirings, you will realize the electrical fans, you will see they are all in these layers, and everything is perfectly okay, functioning. Everything, I can extract them just the way I want them to be. I can extract any single thing I want to extract with the help of layer. You see, with my layer I've been able to arrange all my documents the way I want them to be. I've been able to arrange all the documents what I want to see. Everything is under the same drawing. Now the mechanical drawing, I'm still working on the mechanical aspects. which I mean I've not placed this on its own. Okay, let me just say that right away. Mechanical. Okay, mechanical. Semi mechanical. Okay, see the piping of the mechanical drawings. See everything, it has been arranged. Like I said earlier on, there is BIM. When you're talking about BIM, building information modeling, documentation is part of BIM. Now, for this tutorial, I'm not talking about BIM, but I had to also go an extra mile to do some to present this mechanical drawing on the BIM aspect, like the 2D. So whatever you're seeing on the plan is actually functional on the 2D, like the pipings are already there, and you see everything is arranged the way it ought to be. Connections, I did this just for the sake of this tutorial to show you how I can work out when you're doing proper build, how layer helps you to achieve a very nice build. Okay, so back to this aspect. um you see even the upper floor is the pipings, the mechanical drawing is already set. If I'm to have like for like a day tomorrow, I'll try and finish up. What I just did is just waste pipings. I will now try and do the supply pipings for the entire design. Probably on our next tutorial video, we'll be seeing the supply, the water supplies for the entire building and all the rest. For now, what you're seeing is just the waste, as discharge pipes. Okay, so back to this aspect. Now, when we're talking about layer simply means grouping your drawing, grouping a certain documents to one area. Like for those that use AutoCAD, you will see there is always most people use layer in AutoCAD, like to name their lines. To name their lines, you will see them often use layers in AutoCAD. Now let me use this. When you open your Archicad, like a fresh Archicad comes with its own layer that it has already set for you. Now this is where you see your site, your drafting, plans, preliminaries, approval, plan details, mechanical structure, arranging out, layouting, show 3D zone and solid. Now for you to work with Archicad layout, sometimes when I started learning Archicad layout, all I do most of the times is I come here and I delete all this, not to confuse myself. I delete them. Now there's a difference between layer combinations and layers. I will leave one to show the difference. Okay, let me just tell you. The difference between layer combination and layer is when you click on this layer aspect, wherever you see that happens here, this is where you assign a document like a layer to the layer combination. When you talk about combination, it's just like you bring in different bags. Okay, let's say different set of school bags, and then you have a lot of books, a lot of textbooks that you want to assign. You have your mathematics textbook, you have your English book, you have physics, chemistry, like the primary school books. You have all these books now, and you have like three bags that you want to assign all these books to one bag. Now you have, let's say we have the mechanical drawing, we have the structural, we have the rendering, the layout. Let's take for instance that these four layer combination you're seeing here are the four set of bags that you have, and this area are all your textbooks, all your notebooks that you have, like all the textbooks that you have. But now you want to arrange these your books where they ought to be. You want to place your mathematics books, anything that relates to mathematics, you want to put them in one particular bag. Anything that relates to English, you want to put them in another particular bag. Anything that relates to other courses, anything that relates to chemistry, biology, like secondary school stuffs. I'm using them for instance. Now you want to put all these things in their own different bags. That's the function of the layout combination. Now in layout combination, this shows what you have, what will be represented on your floor plans. Now I'll see, let me use this for instance. Now in my layer combination, I have site plan, I have my plan for architectural floor plan. Now you see the difference here. Whatever you see that the eye icon is open is what I want to be shown on my architectural floor plan. Those that their eye icon are closed will not show. Anytime I open this architectural floor plan, you will not see them. Even on the 3D, even on the 2D, you won't see them so long as I'm using this architectural floor plan. Now when I change to structural floor plan, you will see the closes, other ones open. Now the things that I want to show based on structural plans we show. The things I don't want to show on structural plans, I hide them with these hide icons. Now in layer, it has three different functions. One is this solid element, these ones here. Now when you click on this solid element, what it does is any group of material that you've placed in this layer turns to wireframe. Once you click on it, it turns to wireframe. Now let me use the walls for instance. Okay, now you see what I'm just showing here is just the pipes, because I only clicked on mechanical components. Now you see I've created a layer for all my mechanical components like the WC, the pipes. I created a layer for them, and I placed all the pipings, all the mechanical, all the plumbing materials that you see here. I had to place them on one layer. Now this is a mechanical fittings and mechanical lines, mechanical fittings too, because I'm working on both ground floor and upper floor, so I had to differentiate them so I wouldn't be confusing in case I want to do any change. Now let's say we are only seeing the mechanical fittings, we are not seeing the walls. Now the wall is structural bearing. Okay, let me just click on this, because on the mechanical drawing I already have the wall on it, and if I open it you will see it's loading up. Okay, you see, even though my mechanical components are still in this my mechanical components are still in this drawing, I use the cutaway to illustrate some things. So let me close it for now. I was working on the mechanical drawings. I had to just cut off the roof and all the rest, so I can enable me work better on this. But now I need to show you how it works. Okay, why is still loading? You see, this is my wall, but my mechanical fittings are also here, but I want to work on just the mechanical fittings. I don't want these walls are actually, they are blocking me from doing essential things I need to do on my mechanical fittings. Now I can come back, since everything are in layer. Like Archicad has a way of, like I told you earlier on, that once you open your Archicad, any component you pick, Archicad has a layer for it. Archicad programs it into its own layer. Now walls in Archicad are always on structural bearing. This is where walls are always placed on. Now I want to see these walls, but I don't want them to obstruct my job. Now I can convert, once I click on this icon, it will turn the entire walls on this design to wireframe. That's the function of this icon, this particular area you see. Oh, I just did some, okay. I don't want to change all these things to wireframe. I just want to change only the wall to wireframe. Now when I click this, it changes the walls to wireframe. And when it uploads, you will see how the walls will just change everything to wireframe. Okay. Now you see they are all in wireframe. I can now work, even when my wall is still there, I can still work on my plumbing jobs, on my mechanical jobs, even with essence of knowing that, with the essence of my walls, like knowing that my walls are there, using their principle, not hiding them, but following them, and yet those walls are not obstructing me from doing anything. And these wireframes are your walls. If you click on them, they are still accessible. You can do anything that you want to do on them, just that they are now on wireframe, that the textures are hidden, and you can click beyond whatever you're seeing around them. That's one of the function of this. That's the function of this icon here. Now on the eye icon, I believe we all know what this means. This simply is either you want to show or you want to hide it. When the eye is open, it means it's going to show on that layer. Once it's closed, it means it's not going to show on that layer. So then on this one, this key icon you're seeing here is when you're working on a drawing or on a component that you've placed in layers, and you don't want to edit them, like you don't want to mistakenly edit them while working, while drawing, you don't want them to be mistakenly edited. Let me come back, let me use the mechanical plan as an example. Now I'm putting my pipings on this aspect. Okay, let me use this. I'm putting my pipings on this aspect, but I know I can mistakenly click on this wall. I want to carry this pipe, then mistakenly I just carry this wall. Now if I lock, you can see I can't really access. Let's take for instance, if you check out, I can't really access this wall. I can't stretch it, I can't do anything on the wall because it's locked. That's the essence of that key. Once it's locked, you can't really stretch, you can't do anything, but you can click beyond it, but it doesn't mean that you can't edit it. That's the function of this. That's the function of the lock icon. The lock icon helps you manage your drawing. Like when you feel like you might make a mistake while drawing, while doing some documentation, you just lock those components that you don't want to mistakenly edit. and you don't want to mistakenly carry them to something else, or you don't want to mistakenly delete them. Okay, now let's start with layers. And to start up, personally, I told you all I often do is when I started using layers as a starter, if this is your first time of working with layers, most of the times what I do is I delete the layers that comes with Archicad. I delete them and I create my own layers, my own layer combination. They are all deleted. Now you come here, I create my own layer combination. Let's say I create architectural floor plans, and I assign it to them. I come again, I create architectural elevation and section. Sure. Am I typing? Yeah. Okay. Sure. Elevations and sections, and then I can still number them if I want to. I can say okay, this is 01, this is 02, um and say okay, let's say I will still want to render this job, right? So there are some components I will have to work with. I'll say let me create another layer, which is 3D model, 3D model. Place this one, number it as well. It's 03 space. These are three different layer combinations that I have here now. Now on these three different layer combination, I come here and I want to assign some layers. I want some layers to show on this architectural floor plan. I don't want everything to show. I can say okay, I want everything to show on the architectural floor plan. For instance, I can highlight all this by selecting all and I click show. You see all the eye icons will be open. Now, once you've made any changes here, for it to be effective on this layer combination, you need to come here and click updates. Anything you've done here and you don't update it for any layer combination that you've chosen here, it will still, once you come back, once you click OK and go back, and you feel like you want to come and assign or pick up that layer combination, you realize that nothing actually changed on the layer combination. Now once I've clicked, I've made all layers to be open, like to be seen, none of them are hidden. Now I select all and click OK. Let's take for instance, I create a floor plan, nursery block, create a floor plan, say 1,000, okay, 3,600, Oh, by the way, I didn't say the wall thickness. Let me arrange the wall thickness to probably, yeah, 225. It's definitely going to change the size of 3600. 3600. Okay. Now in this design, I'll just have my wall. Now let's say I place my doors and windows to this job. I place a window and now place some objects to it. Place these objects. Place another object. Place, let me see if I can still place one more component to this drawing. Okay, let me pick the lights. Where is white here? Let me just not pick it. Oh, my system is problem. So let me just pick this TV. Okay. Well, okay. I'll be using these three components, including the wall, as an example in this model. Now I have this. I'm done with the design. I want these furnitures to be here, but I still want to do my normal 3D model. I don't want them to show. I don't want the furnitures to show because I will still work on them. Okay, I have them at this point. Okay. And like what we're seeing here, when I'm like what I mentioned earlier on, I said every single component in Archicad has its own layer. Now, if I click on this slab, you see it's already been assigned to a layer. You see structural bearing. Both the slab and the walls are always in the structural bearing. Now, I want to change this layer, this wall and slab, to a different layer. Like I want this one to be floor slab, then I want this one to be ceiling. You know, I want these ones, the walls, to be on their own. All I do, I come on 3D. If I want to work on 3D, I come to layers, I create floor slab. Let's say floor slab. Click OK. You see it has already been assigned here. Once you create a new layer, it comes down here to be assigned. I click OK. Now I highlight that particular material, is either the floor or wherever it is. You come down to this area, structural bearing. You come to where you see that your floor slab that you've created. You see it here. You click OK. Now this slab has been assigned to the area. Now this slab now belongs to this layer. So if I come back to this structural, to this layer settings, I get to that floor slab or that slab, or yeah, should be floor slab. Now, and I hide it, you won't see it again. That's the beauty of it. If I come back to 3D, to architectural drawing, like the 2D rather, now the slab is still here. Okay, this is the ceiling. If you ask me how I got to know that this is the ceiling, is because I've seen the structural layer. I know the two slabs are here, but this one has not been assigned to anything. So this one is still on the native architectural layer that it was assigned to. So all I have to do is I come here, I want to change the slab to a different layer. I come here, I say okay, ceiling slab, or just I say ceiling, you know. I click OK. I come down here to assign this layer, this particular slab, to that ceiling. Once I highlight on the material that you want, come and I look up for my ceiling and I click on it. You see this material has been assigned to this ceiling. Now once you come back to your 3D, you won't see them there again, because all the assigns are the layer that you've assigned them was closed for 3D automatically. Once you create a new layer in Archicad, on the 3D is always closed. The icon for the eye, for it to be hidden or shown, is always on hidden. Normal setting. What I have to do, I come down here on the eye, I click open, then I look for the floor slab, and I click open. You see the two of them are back. Yeah. Now I want to just show only this floor slab, but I don't want the ceiling to be shown. Come back here, check out for the ceiling, and I hide it. And you see, you can work on this drawing even without hiding or moving that layer, or moving the slab, or moving the ceiling that I have there. I can just do whatever I want to do on this particular drawing. edit wherever I want to edit, you know, and yet maintain those documents that I have in the drawing. And let's say for furnitures, Archicad has its own layer for furnitures. You see interior furnitures. For Archicad, it creates a layer for you. Every component that you place in Archicad has a layer that it comes with. Even though you import an AutoCAD file or an IFC file or any file into Archicad, once it creates the object settings, it also assigns that object to a layer. Now I have this furniture, I have this, and I have this. Now you see all of them are under the same layer. Now I want to change this television set into another different layer. I come down here, I say I create TV sets. TV sets. I click OK. Now on highlighting on that TV set, I come to furniture and I change it down to TV set. You realize that the layer has been changed. Now if I still want to do anything on this drawing, I can come down to that TV set and I hide it. You will see it there again, but it's not deleted, it's still there. It just gives you that room to do whatever you want to do on your drawing until you need it, until you want to bring it back again. So that's the beauty of layer. Now I think I've elaborated this place. If you still want to, you can still delete any of your layers. You highlight them, you click delete. What it does is also, once you're deleting a layer, be mindful, once you're deleting a layer, it also deletes every component that you placed within that layer. This will result in this will result in deleted elements and or missing attributes. Now it indicates that whatever layer that you place in that particular, in that whatever document or object that you place in that layer will be deleted. So anytime you're deleting any layer, just be mindful of, especially in this aspect. You can delete, the layer combination here, and it won't affect what you have on your material. It won't affect what you have on your layer. But once you come to this area, any layer you delete here, any material or any component that is under that layer will definitely be deleted. So back to architecture, to this layer combination. Now in layer combination, what layer combination simply means is that I've checked my entire layer. I want to assign just only the TV set and the floor slab and then the furnitures to this floor, to this architectural, to this, okay, let's just say this architectural elevation, or you name it 3D or wherever you name it. It depends on your name. I just want to assign, I just want only the floor slab, the TV set and the furnitures to show on this. Now all you do is I click on floor slab. First of all, I might decide to select all and hide all. Now select all. I want only this TV to show. I click on the icon to open. I want the furnitures alone to show. There is the furniture. I click on it too. I want the floor slab again to show. Now these materials, these are the three things I want to assign to my layer combination. Once I'm done clicking on them to show, I come to updates. Now it updates them here. Then click OK. Now once you come here, you realize what I clicked earlier on my layers has been assigned just to this architectural elevation and section. If I click on any of them again, you see there is nothing there. I click on 3D, there is nothing there. I click on this one, there is nothing there, because they are all hidden. Now I click on architectural elevation and section. you will see my material that the one I've assigned to it. Now let's say I come back again, and on the floor plan I want to show just my structural bearing, like my walls which are under structural bearing. I can say okay, select all, hide the eyes, and then select all. I come down to structural bearing, I click on it, opens, and I want to show the slab as well. Come down to slab, I click on the floor slab, it opens. I update it here. Now once you update it, you realize that once I click, what is going to show is just those documents I've assigned to the layer combination. Now if I click on this elevation and section, what is going to show is just the furnitures and the slab. Now if I click on this other architectural floor plan, what is going to show is just my my walls which I've already assigned to it, the walls and the slab. You see, that's the function of layer, and with layer you can actually create, hide, place anything you want to place on your design. Now same thing that happens on the floor plan is also applicable on your 3D view. Is definitely applicable on your 3D view. Now let's say I want to show only this architectural elevation and section. It shows me just this, because this is what is on the layer. It shows me just these particular documents which are definitely on the layer. Now I want to show the architectural floor plan, which is basically just the wall and the slab, which is what I've assigned to this layer combination. You see, it shows me just the slab and the wall. Now the rest of the documents are hidden but not deleted. Now I come down to 3D view, 3D model, which I've not assigned anything, definitely is not going to show you anything. Now let's say I come down to layer, and I want this 3D model, I want it to show everything that I have working on my drawing. Let's say I want to show everything. I click on select all, click on open all icons, then I update. Now once I've clicked this, you see everything comes back to the way it is. And so this is basically the beauty of architectural layer. It can go beyond what you're just seeing. And to explain this, this is almost 43 minutes. So I would like to jump into some other, like the pencils, to see if I can cover up before the time goes down. Now I will show you the beauty of this layer in some other jobs I've done, but I believe that you all understand how the layer works now. Now with these layer settings, that was what I used, these layer combinations, that's what I used in arranging all this drawing that you're seeing here. You see each and every component, like this is one of my beam modelings I'm doing. Now I did the structural drawings. I had to model every single component on it. I believe I've shared this particular drawing on the group, like the screenshot. I've shared the screenshot on the group sometime. Now if I come down to this layer, you will see all my layers are here. Now this structural 3D view is where I made sure that I arrange all the layers that I want to show on my 3D to be on the 3D. You have the electrical, you have the elevation, you have the section, you have this roof frames and all the rest. Now at this, if I open this layer, you will see combination of layers. Each of the layer combination has an arranged documents that I want to show and those that I don't want to show. Those I want to show and those I don't want to show. Each of them, the ceiling, the roof, the section, everything. That's why I say it all depends on you. Now, if I come down to the current job that we are using for this tutorial, you also realize that I use layers for it. The architectural plans, the structural, electrical lighting, electrical wiring, structural slab, section and elevation. Now you see with the section and elevation, this section and elevation is what I use to differentiate if I'm working on an elevation but I want to maintain some of my documents, like I want the things that I've used on my 3D, I want some of them to be shown on my elevation. Like you're using a CAD image wall, you're using some piping, you're using some staircase, you're using some slabs that you don't want them to show on your floor plans. Now you show them on your elevation layer, and once they are shown on my elevation layer, I can easily bring up my layer, my elevation, clean it up. Let's say and you see I open it up, and some things that I don't want to show on this elevation will not show, like the curtains, the lightings, the pipings that I don't want them to show on the elevation. But there are still things that I still want to be shown on the elevation, like this CAD image, all this CAD image you're seeing here. I want them to be shown on my elevation, but you wouldn't want them to show on your floor plan. And for this reason, if you're working on normal architectural way of copy and paste, like you duplicate your drawing, you delete all your elevation when you're doing your 3D, all those things that you've used for your 3D, you delete them to create a clean elevation. It's quite stressful, because at the end of the day you've multiplied the you've multiplied that document file. Maybe if it was 10 MB, it's now 20 MB, and it's accumulating on your system. Then if there is any correction on one area, it will amount you to go and do some other corrections on the other aspect. Now if you check out, these are my CAD image walls. Some of them are just, yeah, some of them are my modeling strength, and a lot of things that I used on this, and I want them to show on my elevation. But if you check on my ground floor plan, you realize that same floor has a clean walls. They have all those things that you saw on my elevation are no longer on the walls. They are all cleaned up. They are just the way they ought to be as a floor plan. You realize that they are all the way. Okay, these things I'll change them later, but what I'm trying to explain here is that you see that they all have the clean architectural plan, because I'm hidden the things that I don't want to show on my elevation. Like I don't want them to be on my 3D, on my floor plan, but I still want them to be for my elevation. I still want them to be on my 3D. So I believe with these few lectures, you've come to understand uh, the use of layer, even though it can't really be elaborated. Like I can't really explain layer within an hour or 2 hours. It's quite long. A layer is quite deep to explain. But I think as you practice with this little tutorial, you will get to understand layer very much better. Okay, but let me say one or two things about pen settings before, because the time is actually, I see this time, I don't want to see 15 minutes. This is already 48 minutes now. So let me just say one or two things about pen sets. Now on pen sets, I believe most of us know about pen sets. Now on pen sets, like I have my architectural Archicad comes native. When you open an Archicad, it comes with its own set of pen. Now this is Archicad set of pen. I have architectural 100. This can 1 is to 100. You have building plan. You have drafting section. You have all your pen settings that you need. Now, assuming you're working on the architectural floor plan and you want to maintain a certain gradient of pen, a certain pen weights, all you need to do is, let's say, basically, Archicad wall comes with this 27, this pen, this color 27. That's majorly what Archicad comes. That's majorly the native settings for Archicad wall. Now let's say the wall pen, I'm not comfortable with it, like you're seeing it now, but it's not thick enough for me to work with, like for me to print the complete document. Now I can come here and I set it. Like I told you, 27, is it 27 or 28? I believe it's 27. Okay, let's check it out. The pen settings is, yeah, 27. Now I want to set this pen, since I'm using pen 27 is 0.35 millimeters, which is not thick enough for a presentation. I want to increase it to, let's say, 70 millimeters. Now, and it's still black. Once you've changed these settings, you come here, store as, and you click on this same architectural 100 or whatever you do. You can change it to your own choice. You can just say, okay, you want to rename it to just floor plan pens. You can change it to your own set. Once you click on it, you click override. Once you click on override, it has assigned what you just did to this architectural 100, to this architectural pen set. Now once you click OK, it will be effective here. But if you don't do this, let's say you say it's still, let me bring it back to 35. And the mistake that most of us do is that you click on your pen, you want to change the pen weight of your drawing. Now you come here, you go straight to pen and color settings. Now you're seeing this, and you click, you try to check out the pen weight of this. You click on it and you're writing 80. You go ahead and click OK. Now it's okay. But when you want to print, sometimes Archicad has a way of, once you want to print, it stays here and you arrange your pen settings for you, because you didn't assign it to that pen set. So that's where it comes down to, let me see, yeah, you see the pen set that we used, but you've changed yours to a different pen set too. You've made some some changes on it, but it didn't get to be effective on your plan, like you printing, and you weren't able, you'll be like, you've changed this, so what's happening? You still come back again, you edit it to 500, or let's say 900, 90, and you click OK. It comes down to this area. But once you want to print, or when you're done with everything and you try to print it, it still brings you down to these settings. That means you didn't override the pen settings when you changed it. So what I'm trying to say is, when you're clicking on your pen settings, you want to change your pen settings. Okay, let's say I want to keep the walls at 1.20. Now they've been assigned to 1.20. First you come here, store as. Come here, I click architectural 100, then I click override. Once you click that, you see, let me see. So let me know why it didn't change. Okay, I changed another pen instead of the wall pen. And let me pick the wall pen, which is 27. This is the number. I pick the wall pen and I say 1.20 is what I want as my wall thickness. I click store as. I come here and I click architectural 100 and I click override. I click OK. You see, it has changed that wall to 1 is to 1.2. Like the wall thickness as 1 is to 1.2. You can still change your door pen set. You can change your window pen set. Like when you want to change your door pen set, you can check door pens come at okay, let's just let me know this. Door pens, let's say the door comes with pen setting off. This should be and door pens come at 60. This is 63. That's the pen setting 63. But before you override your door pen, you need to come here and click these boxes override, because if you don't click it, whatever pen settings you give to it, it can never be effective on the wall on the door. So you click on override, then click OK, then you come to that your pen set, you check it off. This is 63. I want to make it to be 40. Let's say 40. Then once it's on 40, you click override, you click on store as, come back to architectural 100, you click on it, then you click override before you click OK, and you see the door pen has changed. So I believe these few tutorials based on the wall, the layout, and pen sets is something that we can work on. The YouTube time, I'll have to stop here. Then the next video I'll be talking on model view and graphic override. I'll be discussing on model view and graphic override. I spent much time on discussing layer because even the little time I spent, I believe it's not really enough to explain how layer works. But I think if you can practice more on it, you understand that layer is actually good for anybody that wants to do a proper documentation in Archicad. So with this, I will say thank you very much, and I will look forward to the next video for this tutorial will soon be coming out. So just expect it to be out anytime soon. Thank you very much, and God bless.